Ever feel like you're stuck in a game show called Whose Toy Is It? Anyway.
Yeah, me too.
I feel that.
Today's deep dive is all about sibling jealousy. That feeling when your kid turns into a green-eyed monster over, well, anything their brother or sister has.
Ah, yes, the green-eyed monster. It's so common, you know?
Literally.
And honestly, it's pretty normal for kids to feel a little possessive sometimes.
Right.
They're still figuring out that the world doesn't actually revolve around them.
It's true, but that doesn't make it any easier when you're the one breaking up the toy tug of war.
Oh, for sure.
So how do we deal with those jealous outbursts? Well, the source material emphasizes acknowledging those big feelings, which, honestly, I haven't always been great at.
Yeah.
I catch myself saying things like, oh, it's not a big deal, or just ignore her, but that never really works, does it? It's like telling a raging fire to just calm down. Those feelings are real, even if the reason behind them seems small to us.
So instead of stop crying, it's more like, I see that you're upset.
Exactly. Validating their feelings helps them feel heard, and that can actually help them calm down faster.
Interesting. So it's not about giving in to the tantrum, but acknowledging that the feelings behind it are valid.
Exactly.
What about sharing? The source talks about encouraging sharing, but how do we actually make that happen? Because sometimes it feels like trying to get a cat to take a bath.
Right. It's all about strategy. One thing that can be really helpful is giving kids a choice instead of making it a command.
Oh, okay. So instead of saying share your toys, try something like,
Would you like to share your toy with your sister now, or would you like to play with it for a few more minutes and then share? Something like that.
so they feel like they have some control, even if they do have to share eventually. I like that.
It's all about framing it positively, too.
In what way?
Instead of focusing on the have to,
Hmm.
emphasize the positive feelings associated with sharing, like how happy it makes the other person.
Look how happy your brother is when you share your toys with him.
There you go. You get it.
Now for a big one, comparisons. My mother-in-law, bless her heart, is queen of comparisons. Why can't you be more like your cousin?
Oh, no.
It drives me nuts, and it's like pouring gasoline on a fire with the kids.
It's a recipe for disaster, that's
Right.
for sure. And the source is spot on about this. Avoiding comparisons is so important for fostering healthy sibling relationships.
Makes sense. Every kid is different. It's like comparing apples and oranges, like you said.
Exactly. It's much more helpful to focus on their individual strengths.
Yeah.
So instead of, why can't you sit still like your brother, it's, wow, you're so good at building with blocks.
Okay, so celebrate their individual awesomeness. Got it.
You got it.
Another point the source makes is about giving each child individual attention,
So crucial.
which, let's be honest, can feel impossible sometimes with work and chores and life in general.
Right. But even just 10 minutes of focused playtime can do wonders.
10 minutes, that's it.
Really, it's about quality over quantity here.
So put down the phone, make eye contact, and actually engage.
Exactly. It shows them that they are important and worthy of your undivided attention.
Okay. And lastly, the source mentions something that's so simple but easy to forget.
What's that?
Modeling the behavior we want to see.
Ah, yes. We can tell our kids to be happy for each other until we're blue in the face. But if we're not showing them how to do it.
It's just words.
Exactly. Kids are always watching us. If they see us genuinely celebrating each other's successes, they're much more likely to do the same.
So be the change you want to see in your playroom, basically.
Love it. You've got this.
I feel much more equipped to handle the green-eyed monster now, or at least to give it a run for its money. Any last words of wisdom?
Dealing with sibling jealousy is a marathon, not a sprint. Some days will be easier than others. Just remember to approach those tough moments with empathy and understanding.
And to celebrate those little victories along the way.
Right.
Well, that's our deep dive on sibling jealousy. Thanks for joining us, and remember, you are not alone in the trenches of toy wars and squabbles over who gets to sit in the front seat. Until next time.